Hey guys, it's the MetalBlade 5, and welcome back to another MetalBlade theory. As you should probably be aware of, today is Halloween, unless you live in a time zone ahead of the UK, in which it will probably be the 1st of November. But anyway, I've had a tradition of doing a horror-related theory on Halloween, which I decided to continue. When thinking of what franchises I'd like to cover in theories, and what to do for another Halloween episode, Devil May Cry was one of those that came to mind because, while the only game in the series that I've played is 4, unlike most people, I actually enjoy 4 a lot, and I wanted to find another excuse to talk about the series. And, funnily enough, this is something that's piqued my curiosity about the series ever since I was first introduced to it. While I had heard of the name Devil May Cry and of Dante on occasion prior to this, my proper introduction to the series came from seeing the first game on YouTube. It was SGB's Let's Play, if you're curious. And at the end of the game, there was a plot point that really confused me. But in case anyone that's watching isn't familiar with the plot of Devil May Cry, then I'll briefly cover the important parts related to this theory so that this moment makes more sense. So one day, Dante's just chilling out in his business named Devil May Cry, when a mysterious woman named Trish, who looks exactly like Dante's dead mum Eva, shows up and says that the demon lord Mundus, who is basically the devil, is planning to return and conquer the human world. However, in a plot twist, it is revealed that Trish is actually a demon created by Mundus to deceive Dante into trusting her so that Mundus could kill him, which is why she was made to look like Eva. When Trish attempts to defeat Dante for Mundus, she fails, but Dante saves her life due to her resemblance to his mum, even though he tells her to stay away. However, when Dante is almost killed by Mundus prior to the final boss fight, Trish steps in and sacrifices herself to save Dante. And after Dante's voice cracks,
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
It's revealed that Trish is somehow not dead, and she uses her electric powers to help Dante to finish off Mundus. Afterwards, when Trish apologizes to Dante for deceiving him, she begins to cry, in which Dante says this:
Trish, devils never cry. These tears are a gift only humans have.
Devils never cry. Then why is the game called Devil May Cry? That's what I immediately thought at the time. And while I know now why the series is called that, it isn't explained until Devil May Cry 3, meaning that they came up with it after the fact. However, I've actually found evidence which suggests otherwise, in which I believe that there is a possibility in which devils can cry, and that Trish's case isn't some rare exception because she's now human or whatever. I have 2 explanations for this, and coincidentally, both of them come from the same source, the Devil May Cry anime, which is canon to the games, as it takes place in between 1 and 4 in the timeline. The first of these explanations, and this is more to do with Trish's case, comes as a result of demons going through a transformation, mentally, not physically, in what is referred to as becoming human. This links to a part of Dante's character that I really like, which is the fact that Dante doesn't kill demons just because they're demons. He only kills demons that pose a threat to humanity and seek chaos and destruction. Demons who choose to live peacefully in the human world are considered humans by Dante, and thus he doesn't kill them. This is seen in episode 3 of the anime titled Not Love, in which Dante is hired by the mayor to investigate a man named Bradley who is actually a demon and is in love with the mayor's daughter, Angelina. Bradley was initially working for the demon Belphegor in an attempt to help the latter ascend to the human world, but went against this plan after falling for Angelina. Then when the mayor's butler almost kills him to perform a ritual to summon Belphegor, Bradley uses his demonic powers to save the mayor's life, in which Dante chooses not to kill Bradley as he sees him as human. At one point in the episode, Bradley even cries when thinking about Belphegor devouring Angelina upon entering the human world. It's possible that when a demon's morality changes, in which they abandon their demonic principles and goals to live more as humans, they then gain the ability to do things that normally only humans or half-humans like Dante can, like cry. This would actually explain Trish being able to cry at the end of the first game, despite canonically being a demon, as she chooses to help Dante and becomes a devil hunter herself. The second explanation, and this is the stronger of the 2 explanations when attempting to prove my argument, comes from episode 10 of the anime titled The Last Promise. This episode focuses on two brothers, Baal and Modius. Baal was the apprentice of Sparda, Dante's demon father, who sets out to kill Dante as revenge for Sparda betraying the demon world, while Modius tries to make his brother give up on his vendetta. At the climax of the episode, Baal challenges Dante to a duel in which Dante kills him out of self-defense when Baal assumes his demon form. As Baal was Modius' reason for living, with him dead, Modius' new reason becomes to avenge his brother, so he attacks Dante, in which he's also killed out of self-defense. What's most important about the scene is that when Modius charges towards Dante, you can see tears streaming down his face, obviously meaning that he's been crying over his brother's death, and these tears stay even after he turns into his demon form. This shows that demons do possess the ability to cry, even when they're not living as humans. And based on the circumstances, it appears that so far the only thing that can cause a non-peaceful demon to cry is when losing a loved one. Which is a very strange coincidence, as while I don't know if this is an intentional reference made by Madhouse Studios, this set of events mirrors the reason why the series and Dante's business is called Devil May Cry. At the end of Devil May Cry 3, after Dante loses Virgil when he stays behind in the demon world, Dante begins to cry, in which Lady comforts him by saying the following phrase.
Maybe somewhere out there even a devil may cry when he loses a loved one. Don't you think?
Even a devil may cry when he loses a loved one. The exact same thing occurred with Modius over Baal's death, even though Modius is 100% demon. So there you have it. Based on the evidence present in the anime, it appears that demons do possess the ability to cry depending on the circumstances present, despite the fact that the series states that they never can. Even if the track Devils Never Cry is freaking awesome. But, as always, this is still just a theory, and not fact. Also, in case you think the title is misleading, Devil May Cry constantly switches between devil and demon when referring to the monsters, so they're the same thing.